we're going to do are double replacement reactions. Remember from previous chapter, what you're doing right here is you're taking these in this chemical formula right here, you're taking the second species, the second component, and you're swapping it out basically. So you're going to get BaSO4, and then you're going to get NaNO. But then you have to balance it, and then that's why these numbers are slightly different, but the elements are the same. So that NO3 becomes that NO3, and that SO4, oh, it's the same this time, becomes this SO4. Okay, so that's a double replacement reaction. You're going to replace that second one by swapping them out. All right, so the example I gave you is barium nitrate and sodium sulfate. Okay, so we did that before in the previous chapter. So here are the chemicals that we need. Oh, I need a well plate. I don't have a well plate. Shucks. All right. Then it says to add these chemicals in here. These are all chemicals that you have in your kit. So I'm going to need to go get a well plate, and then we're going to follow these instructions right here, and then we'll take the information that we get, and we'll use it to complete this table. And then you're going to balance the equations and use what you see in page, as in the example right here. You can use that to help you balance the equations. Right here, you can see these are all NO3s. And then over here, you're going to swap those out with the I, the OH. This is the SO4, C2O4. That's a sodium, okay, sodium carbonate. All right, so so then what you're going to do is, yeah, you're going to then answer these questions also. But if you take a look at what I wrote way back in the day, I wrote it last year probably. And let's go back to Canvas, because I forget which ones, I don't remember which one we're actually doing. So let's go back to it. Am I still recording? It's still recording. All right, good. So over here it says, okay, don't do question number 1, answer question number 2, skip question 3 or 4. All right, so you're actually only doing question number 2. That tells you to do some other things there. It says use the list of double replacement equations, so something to download, and then match each double replacement reaction that occurred. All right, so use that to figure out what happened. Answer number 2, which is why was there no reaction in some of the wells? And then number 3 and 4, skip also. But it says write the names of the compounds formed in the double replacement reactions that occurred. And I think they want you to write it in formula and in words. Okay, so then they have some questions right there, and then of course write a discussion paragraph. Put that all together in this order, and that'll make up your lab report. If you don't remember how to do a lab report, I put the lab report video in there so that you can watch that very short video, which tells you how to write a lab report. Okay, so let me get a well plate, and then we'll get these chemicals together and see what happens. Okay. All right, I don't have my 96 one, but I have the other well plate. Oh, and I don't have the camera up, so let me swap the stop. No, that's not what I meant to do, but that's one way of doing it. Go over there and share. Okay, and then using a very small quantity of chemicals, but we do want to be safe. You can see here, let's see, got my chemicals right over here. And to preview the instruction, the 3 drops chemical CaNO3 in wells A1 through A4. We'll call that A1 through A4 right there. 3 drops in B1 through 4, C1 through 4, and D1 through 4. And it says put 3 drops of K1 in wells A1 through D1 going this way, 3 drops of KOH going this way, 3 drops of NaC, Na2C2O4 this way, 3 drops of sodium sulfate this way. And then we look at the chemical reactions. What we're really looking for is either a color change, some bright purple, some yellow, maybe some blue, or a really fine powdery precipitate. It says a fine solid right here. Okay, and then we'll take a color of the picture of the you can take a picture of your result, and you can also put the fill out this chart as you go. The chart is organized the same way. If you take a look at procedure number 2 there, there's Ki going down. Here's KOH going down. The baking soda going down this way, and then 3 drops of the Na2SO4 going that way. And over here, you've got the CaNO3, you got the copper nitrate, you've got the nickel nitrate going that way, you got the zinc nitrate going that way. So it's just a matter of finding all the chemicals. How many drops? 3 drops of each of these things. So each of these should have 6 altogether. So it's pretty straightforward. And then you just look at your reactions. Look at the reaction. The reaction starts when the 2 chemicals hit, and then you want to record your observations right away because some of them are going to dissipate over time. Even some really strong reactions or that turn bright pink, after 2 minutes, it's going to look like it's a negative reaction because the chemical reaction's already happened and just moved along over time. Okay, so I'm getting my box of chemicals out. Here they are right here. On the inside of your box, you also have a sticker. The sticker helps you find everything. So let's find everything. Okay, so let me get that going a little bit better there. All right, so you got the first one is calcium. I'm going to do the ones on the side here. Actually, sometimes what you want to do is have a piece of paper. You want either a white background or sometimes you want a dark background. That's why in a chem lab, you often see really dark colored tables. The lab tables are dark because you usually have a white piece of paper or something. And so I'm going to put the chemicals right here. And I'm going to put chemicals on a white background like that. And then we're going to put the bottles over there so in the same order as they are on your table right there. So let's see. The first one, and I got to look in different places and also if you look on the bottom of your box, it tells you what should be in each space. But let's just find them all. First is the potassium iodide, which is the 3rd one over. That, I guess. Well, I don't want to lose that. Okay, so there's my well plate. All right, so the first one is Ki, and Ki is potassium iodide, and your potassium iodide is right here. Okay, so I'm going to put that right there, potassium iodide. You see that? No. There's your potassium iodide. That's this one right here. So I'm going to put these 4 bottles across the top, and then these 4 bottles on the side, and then we'll add 3 of each. Okay, and then we got sodium hydroxide. Let's see, where's that in your box? Oh, it's not sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide. which is right here. Here's potassium hydroxide. Obviously K, potassium. Okay. There's the sodium oxalate, which is this one right here. So I'm looking at your box. Sodium oxalate is third row, third row, fourth column. Let me see, there it is. Sodium oxalate. And then the last one is sodium sulfate. And sodium sulfate is in the third row and the fifth over. So those are our 4 chemicals. Remember, these are dropping bottles, so you don't want to touch the plastic part of the dropping bottle to anything. So you're gonna let the chemicals drop out of there. All right, that's why it's called a dropping bottle, right? Okay, so let's do the sides now. Over here we have the calcium nitrate. Calcium nitrate is the third one, first row, third one over. Okay. Next one, I can't see it, but there you go. That's copper nitrate. So looking at the inside cover of my box, copper nitrate is first row, fourth over. So there's the second one. The third one, we'll focus that, is nickel nitrate. Now the nickel nitrate, where's that? Nickel nitrate is in the second row, third over. Right there. And then the fourth one is, what is it? Zinc nitrate. So the zinc nitrate is, where is that? Zinc nitrate is in the fourth row, third column. So 1, 2, 3, 4, third column over. So we got all our chemicals set up. I'm gonna shake these up while I check them. Zinc nitrate, good. Nickel nitrate, yep. Copper nitrate, for sure. Calcium nitrate, looks good. All right, so I'm gonna move my chemical box out of the way. And you can see what I was talking about at the bottom of the box. They have labels, but those aren't that helpful when you're trying to find the actual one. It's helpful when you're putting it away. So there that goes. Now what we got to do is add 3 drops. What we're going to do is we're going to do the ones that are going across first, and then we're going to do 3 drops of the ones going down. So now I have the calcium nitrate. Let's move this over like so to so you can see it unencumbered. But I think you do need also this for the table. So let's do that. That's pretty good. All right, so I've got the calcium nitrate. I'm going to put 3 drops going across, 3 drops going across. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's it, 3 drops. I got the copper nitrate next, going across in 4 different wells. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right. The third one is the nickel nitrate. That's right here, nickel nitrate. So I'm going to put 3 drops in each of the 4 wells going across. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then the last one is the zinc nitrate. So I'm going to take the zinc nitrate and do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All righty. Now, first we're going to do the potassium iodide going down like that. There's the potassium iodide. Going to put drops in going that way. Okay. We go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, real quick, before we move on, let's go ahead and take your observation. You look at your observation, you can see that this one did turn the color. And I've got my planner here, which is a good dark background. Look at this one with the dark background. And do I see any chunks? I'm gonna put my glasses on, and I really don't see any chunks in this row. Okay. I do see a distinct color change there. It looks like a orange color. What's that? Okay. All right. Back and do the second one. The second row or second column is the potassium hydroxide. Shake that up a little bit. I'm going to go in the second column at 3 drops. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You see a distinct blue color change happening right there. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer. All right. We'll wash out the color. There it is. There's a blue color change there. Do we have any powdery precipitate? And they were looking down in the second row. Nothing really there. Not there really. Anything? Actually, this one right here does look like it had a little bit of powdery stuff. Right here. And then over here, this looks dirty, but this was pretty darn, it looked, you could see some coloration of the plastic, but I ran this through the dishwasher a couple times. So that's the best we're gonna get. All right, so that's the second column. Second column with the potassium hydroxide. All right, let's go with the sodium oxalate. Going down this way, shaking it up again. Going to the third column, 3 drops in each of the wells. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Powdery white. 1, 2, 3. Kind of blue. 2, 3. Not really. 1, 2, 3. All right. So significant color changes. White here, blue here. This one goes from clear to white. This one is going from clear to blue. Shaking it up a little bit and putting it on a dark background, looking at the third column. Is it powdery? That's the question. No, not really. These two, though, did have a color change. So in the third column, right here on the chart, these two, this was white, this was blue. And then the fourth column right here, sodium sulfate. We're going to go down, add 3 drops. There's the sodium sulfate. It's there. And we'll put the well plate back. And there we go, set that up so the bottle's in the right place. And so now we're going to go down here and 3 drops of each. Let's look for a color change in this row. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Not really. 1, 2, 3. Maybe a precipitate. We'll see it better on the blue. 1, 2, 3, not really anything. And 1, 2, 3, not much there. In the second one, possibly a precipitate forming. Let's see. Maybe not. Hard to see anything now. The fourth row, whether it's on the dark background or on the clear background. Going that way. This one looks like a faint orange, but hard to know. That's just from what was there before. Okay, so now you have it. We've gone this way in all 4 rows and this way in all 4 columns with all of the different chemicals. And so you should be able to complete that table now, and you should be able to answer some of the questions. Take a look at Canvas to get the rest of the questions. But right here, here's the potassium iodide, the potassium hydroxide, the sodium oxalate, the sodium sulfate. And then going across this way, we have the, moving them down a little bit, we have the calcium nitrate, we have the copper nitrate, we have the nickel nitrate, and then we have the zinc nitrate. So we got those chemicals, we saw the reactions, and if we take a look at the tray one more time, you see some of those are persistent. You got an orange color here in the second row. Second row, you have 3 different color changes. You have with the potassium iodide, the potassium hydroxide, and the sodium oxalate, all turned colors going that way. The calcium nitrate reacted with the sodium oxalate over here. And then the other one that we saw was in the bottom right corner, sodium sulfate and zinc nitrate seem to have some kind of reaction. Okay, so they were all color reactions, no strong precipitates that we were able to see. Look over here, just looking for powder. Don't see much. How about over here? Looking for a powdery substance, not here. Hard to see, but if any of them were precipitates, I would call it this one right here. Okay, the potassium hydroxide with the zinc nitrate. Oops, you can't see right there. The second one over, 4th row. All right. Okay. So some pretty good data. You should be able to work with that. And let me stop the screen share and ask you if you have any questions about any of the data that we have. No? Far out. That is good. So now we've got the data for the double replacement reaction. Now you just need to write it up by next Tuesday. So in the rest of the time, what I need you to do is go to module 19, work on your lab report for the double replacement lab. Read the Wikipedia article and extract the chemistry information. And over here, in lieu of your index cards for the vocabulary for chapter 13, I'm going to click on this and there's a link to chapter 13, and you're going to play the matching game right here, match, and you're going to do a practice test. The match works like this. Okay, you go and you drag this around and then match them up. I'm not even reading them right now. Okay, so what happens here? There you go, like that. That's a normal point. Nope. Whoa! What'd I get? 23.6 seconds. I beat 30. Yay! All right, so you can do better than that. But that's the first thing you do. Then go back and let's see, go back, I guess, like that. There's chapter 13 again. Then you're gonna do the test. And what I need you to remember is when you do the test, true or false this time. Oh, they changed the format. Okay, just we go over here and oh, come on. I already have an account. I'm just on the wrong Google account. So just practice, run the test. You can see what it looks like. 20 questions altogether. Right there, 20 out of 20. And then you, I think if you can set it up, once you log in, you can set it up with no written answers and that'll make your life easier. But, all right, so this is a barometer. So you click on that. And then I only answered 1 out of 20, so I should get 5% check answers. No. Oh, I got 1 out of 20. Yay. So let's see if this works. Take a new test. Ah, there it is. I want to uncheck the written, matching multiple choice, true or false, or okay. You're going to get 20 questions all together. Now it'll look right. The button should be down here, but it's up here. So create a new test. And then you can see it. Okay. So just, true or false. I didn't even read them. I'm just marking them right. Here, you got multiple choice questions. And then after that, you should have some matching questions. So this goes, this is down here. Be formatted, like I said. So it looks like you take this and you stick it over there. Click on that, put that right there, click on that, like that. I'm not going to pass, but you can see how to do it anyway. Then I can check my answers down here. Boom! Oh my gosh, 30%. So that's pretty good though, because it's 1 out of 4. So really statistically, I should got 25%. I got 30. So I'm going to keep doing that and this until this comes out to 80% or higher. Okay. All right. So that's how we roll. And any questions there? No? All right. All right, so that was the 3 assignments and that was the lab. So let's go ahead and take our short bio break, come back in the room and work on those 3 items and I'll check back with you. And if you have any questions, please put them in chat. All right. All right, we'll see you after the break.